screen, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go. 120.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 24, Garoppolo. He's got Smith here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got you, boy.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to stick with Dez there, got too physical, pass interference.
I like your note there, so physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check 80. Check right 50. They're not ready for this, man.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Rosen from his end zone on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 63 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Break that. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Kill, kill, kill.
Milage. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Been a long day for you. Alert, alert, alert.
On second and 11 now. Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
11.
On first down, here's Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Here we go. 180. 54. Right, 54. Watch the run.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go ahead.
Play action. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This is Coleman with the grab. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
They'll run here with Balaj. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Second down 6. At the 8-yard line.
Lucky. Monday. Hey, alert. 50. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
54. I'm here all day. All right. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You can't block me.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Middle.
Mike spot 4.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, Z. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hey, seam 6.
3rd and long here for Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They run it with Balaj. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Here we go.
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They will run again with Coleman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breda. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Hey, watch the ball.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Rosen, and he finds Parker here, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Balaj. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. In your face.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Protein spill. High. Quarter.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Get off the field.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the screen.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd and short. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion, we might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They run with Breda. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breda. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Hey, alert, alert.
They'll start on the ground with Delage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing now is Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Rosen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's Rosen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Parker that time. 3rd down here. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense.
One final shot here for Rosen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the
Yeah. Hey, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what?